All right, so hot dish time.
Are you guys ready? You
I
smell
am
that?
so ready.
Smell what's cooking? It's a hot dish.
I'm so
Run
hungry.
the intro.
Hey guys, so we've got 4 of the 5 guys available right now. I'm Alex. We've got Gatz, Joe, and a member who hasn't made a debut on the channel yet. Lucas, please introduce yourself.
Hey.
Uh, Hi, it's Lucas, making my debut on the channel because I am a master of procrastination, and I have yet to give Nate any footage that I have.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah.
Welcome to the dish, Lucas.
Thank you, thank you. It is so good to be here in my recliner.
On this hot plate of dish, dude.
Hot dish. So since Lucas hasn't made a debut on the channel, I'm giving him the first review. Let's talk about State of Decay, Lucas.
All right, well, I've been playing it on the Xbox One X, and I didn't play the first State of Decay, so I was just going in this doing just because I haven't officially bought the game yet. All right. So, from what I have learned from State of Decay is that in the beginning of the game, you are screwed right off the bat. Especially since the NPCs that they give you are of little to no help at all. So, you are running around fighting zombies, and you have to keep people in your settlement happy. It's basically building of settlements from Fallout 4 and zombies. That's all it is, because you got to make sure they have food, water, ammo. You are Rick Grimes, but everybody else is useless.
So you're just playing The Walking Dead.
You are playing The Walking Dead, and everybody is useless. If you are not doing the multiplayer section, it will suck. Without communication, it will suck. There's a couple of features that I think are great when you join someone's game and when you don't. When you join someone's game and everything you find in that person's world, you can put in your supply box and you'll have it when you go back to your world. And when you go to the supply box, the stuff that you had from your world will be there as well. So you're not robbing from other people and people can't rob from you. But the thing that sucks is when you're helping the host of the game, as soon as they get what they want, they don't give any warning at all. They just close the game and you're screwed.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you could be doing one thing, and let's say the host of the game got all the supplies that he needs. He's going to go drop them off at his stuff, and then, oh, that's it. So you don't have time to bank anything.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's without warning, and it just sucks. And I don't know why people don't use a mic on that game, but it's just awful because they give you pre-scripted dialogue, emotes that you have and stuff like that, but in voice lines, and it's just like dumb stuff that they'll say. And you constantly have people from your settlement, the NPCs, coming over your radio saying, "Oh, it's miserable here. I'm gonna leave soon. I need food." And I'm just, shut up. Just shut up, NPCs.
So crappy NPCs, non-player centric.
Yeah. If you are not playing with
mechanics.
friends, you are screwed.
So if you were to, for instance, give this game a rating out of 5 hot dishes, how many hot dishes would you
Five
give
hot
State of
dishes?
Decay to?
I would probably put it at 2.5 or 3, because if you get a hang of it, if you level up your character far enough, you're pretty much unstoppable. But the zombies will get harder. If you just ignore your settlement and say screw it to everybody else, then you're missing a big part of the game. I mean, like, that's not how the game is supposed to be played, but you can play the game that way. But you also have to switch out your characters. So 2.5 to 3, because each character gets exhausted. So then you have to switch to somebody else who has a different set of skills than what you're used to. And it's just, I mean, with the main reason that I'm giving it so high, it's because it's only got a $40 price tag on it.
That does help.
So 2.5 to 3 dishes for State of Decay. Let's talk about something that I've heard great things about. Joe, tell me about Hyrule Warriors.
Oh my gosh. Let me just I'm not going to take a long time here because I could be on this soapbox for hours talking about how great this game is. It's not a new game. That should be stated. It's a port of a Wii U title, and since all Wii U titles sold about 10 copies, Nintendo figured why not give it another shot with our new hotness system. So it's got all of the DLC packs that they released, including some of the content from the handheld version that was later released. Um, there's so much content in this game, you guys. There's like hundreds and hundreds of hours if you really dig into it. The story mode, although some might think it's the focal point of the game, I do not consider it as such. It's there for polish reasons, but the real nitty gritty, the real juice of the game comes from the adventure mode maps. It's set up on a grid, and each square of the grid is like a level that you have to complete with like specific missions using specific characters, and you can level up each individual character. There's like 30 characters, I want to say, that you can play individually, and they all have different skills, different weapons to learn. They all have different elemental powers that are good against specific types of enemies, and man, you just feel like a god reaping your destruction on the land in this game, dude. You kill thousands of enemies. I'm not joking. I think you're looking at my gameplay on the screen right now. If you're watching the video, like I'm literally killing hundreds of enemies per minute. Like my kill count is outrageous. Like I couldn't do better as a battle mercy. It's so crazy the number of kills I'm racking up. After you finish a level, you've probably got like 2,200 kills on a map. It's so much fun, and really, like I've got nothing but good things to say. It's not your typical Zelda game. It is a Warriors game with a Zelda skin on it, but like that's all I needed, man. It's so good.
That's awesome. I can't wait to play it with you one of these
Yeah, yeah,
days.
yeah. The couch co-op. We can definitely play that together. It's so
Yeah,
good.
couch co-op. That's an awesome feature that I really miss about old video games.
Right?
Just being able to sit in the same room with someone and play games with them. You can't do that with like Overwatch or Rainbow Six Siege or uh, Dead by Daylight,
By Daylight.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
yeah.
sad. But
It's so
no, bring
good.
it back to couch co-op. That automatically, I give it 5 dishes.
Dude,
Um,
I'm willing to go
I
there.
haven't
I'm
even
gonna say
played it.
this game has got 5 dishes from me, dude. This game is a contender. It's a contender for my favorite game of the year right now.
I
Oh
miss
my.
almost popping a lung, blowing in cartridges. I want cartridges to make a comeback.
All right, so Hyrule Warriors, 5 hot dishes. Uh,
5 strong 5.
strong 5 hot dishes. We're not talking like 5 little personal pizzas. We're talking 5
Nah,
roast beef, like whole
like that
hogs.
like that was cooked on a stone in a brick oven pizza. That dish is hot. It is steaming, dude.
All right, our next game that we're reviewing, I'll keep this one short. Dark Souls Remastered. So Joe, I think you've played Dark Souls, right? You've played the
I
first
have.
one.
I have played the first Dark Souls.
Lucas, have you played the first one?
I have not.
Okay, so I
I
think
like
Joe and
video
I.
games, so I feel good about it at the end.
Hey, Dark Souls is the only game that you will feel the best after. Once you beat it, you will never feel. That's the only reason I keep playing them, is because when I beat them, I'm just like, ha, take that world, and then I feel
Yeah,
Screw
really
but
good
you,
about
From
myself.
Software.
you always feel better after you get off of falling down on barbed wire. You're like, oh, not on barbed wire anymore, so it's great.
What did I say? I'm a masochist. But Dark Souls Remastered, not a new game, but it has been re-released. I played it on the Xbox 360, way back in the Dizzle, back when the
In the
360 was a
Dizzle.
thing. Yeah, I'm
Oh
super hip.
yeah,
Leave me
let's
alone.
go. Wow.
I learned a lot from Stoop Dog. Okay, and they they revamped the graphics. It looks like a beautiful game. The few things they left in that annoy me, like the backstabbing. You can chain backstab in Dark Souls. They did away with that in the second and the third one. You can't backstab, and then as soon as they get up, you backstab again. Like there's a pause for them to get away from you. Not in Dark Souls. They can, if you get backstabbed, it's pretty much over because they can just like wait behind you until you start to move again, and then boom, you're backstabbed again. Uh, chain backstabbing was the bane of my existence in that
Sounds like
game.
my ex-girlfriend.
But a lot of the features are.
Whoa!
I was just going to ignore it. But a lot of the features are the same, and it's your classic hack and slash, and it's Dark Souls, and I love it. So biased hot dish, I give it a 3.5 hot dishes.
So I played the third one. I haven't played the first one. I am interested in the second one, but Dark Souls, it's a very hard game, and I guess if you're looking for a challenge, I'd recommend it. But also, it's
Oh
not
yeah, for
fancy,
sure. I haven't played
Um,
enough to see if the curses are still a thing. And the first Dark Souls, if you got cursed, your health was like halved permanently until you could cure the curse. Um,
are mimics in the first one?
yes.
Oh my God, really? Jesus.
Quick
If
tangent.
you're asking
So
the question, do mimics exist? You've already lost.
I'm gonna make this a real short tangent away from the hot dish. So Gatz experienced Dark Souls with Nate and I for the first time ever, and we were like, Gatz, you gotta open this chest, and he goes over like the little,
No,
naive, pretty
no,
boy he is.
Noob, I
no.
am.
As soon as he opens the chest to start to chow down on his face,
All I see
Nate
are
and
the
I fed
hairiest.
him.
The only thing I remember were the hairiest, longest legs coming from that chest, and like freaky arms and scary teeth and a tongue, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? And it's just, God, it was
I'll never
such a
forget the first time
troll.
I got tatsued by a mimic. Oh my gosh.
But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Dark Souls Remastered, you should check it out. I give it an average 3 hot dishes because Dark Souls seems like a classic adventure game, and I love Bloodborne, even though the last thing I remember was a very bad memory. But let's not talk about that. About Dark Souls. Rest in peace, Blood Echoes. Anyways,
Did I
yeah,
just
just check
lose
out Dark Souls.
300,000 blood echoes? Yes, you did,
Shut
Gatz.
up! Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Okay?
It was
Stop.
a good time.
You
It
spoke
was not a
the
good time.
evil.
You spoke
But
the
yeah,
evil.
3 hot dishes for me.
So the last game on our review segment here is Detroit Become Human.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it.
Are you sure?
No, we should definitely talk about it, but like we don't have to talk about it.
Something that happened with me. So I know when we talk about it, you guys said at first you were kind of like underwhelmed. I was kind of like I was more interested in it, but then once I like did some more research and like saw some gameplay, I kind of got underwhelmed. And now I was gonna buy it as soon as it came out, but then once I saw some gameplay, once I saw like story elements of it, I kind of got underwhelmed, and it seems kind of flat and stale. And typically, I know this game is a PlayStation only game, and usually those kinds of games like Last of Us, Until Dawn are great. Like they have great stories, but this one I was shocked to see that it had kind of plain story that seemed kind of scatterbrained everywhere. So
Yes, my beautiful
what?
boy.
What?
I have convinced him through no fault of my own. Just the psychic magical connection that
You,
we have.
because I
It's
did
like hindering on Beyond Two Souls level mental connection. We
because
have
I did
we have arrived at the same opinion.
I heeded your words, and I know that when I first talked about it, I had different opinions, and I was kind of like, really? Like it seemed interesting, because it was on what that and like a few other games were on my like 2018 games to get. But now that it's here, I'm just kind of like, do I really want it? maybe later down the road. But
Last year at E3, I thought it was going to be one of the best games of this year because of what they showed of it and everything. And from seeing what I've seen of it, it's like I'll just wait till it's $20 at GameStop to give it a try.
typically, those kinds of games where like your decisions matter and like consequences like affect your outcomes. I love those kinds of games, like the Telltale games and Until Dawn. I love those kinds of games, and I don't know. It just like the story just didn't seem to seem so compelling for me.
Well, like I feel like as the biggest opponent to this game from last month, the one with quite possibly the strongest opinions and words for Quantic Dream and Mr. David Cage, I should clarify a few things of what I've learned. I have not played the game personally. I should say that up front. I'm waiting to. I believe Alex and I are going to do a little bit of recording on that one, so stay tuned in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It is a absolutely stunning game. It is beautiful to look at.
Oh yeah.
We have crossed into the uncanny valley, as far as I'm aware, 0 times, which is a first for Mr. Cage. I'm sure it's gonna happen because I've only got about an hour and a half into the story, but it's a gorgeous game. So far, I see no glaring faults. I was worried when Quantic took on a robotic or an android storyline, because usually that's an allegory for race relations. Like that story trope of androids like doing the biddings of the people who own them, that's usually an allegory for slavery and the troubled past between races. But so far nothing has been super egregious to me. But I'll when I find one, because I'm positive there is, I'm positive he mishandled it somehow. David Cage is notorious for that. I'll be sure to point it out, and we'll revisit this game, I'm sure, many times, as it is a
For sure.
hot button issue.
So those were just our opinions. None of us had actually played the game yet, so I don't think it's fair for us.
Dishes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give any dishes out for this yet. But it's definitely something we're going to check out, so stay tuned for future segments where we talk about Detroit Become Human. And that's something I think Joe and I, once I get my recording studio built, we're just gonna sit down and we're gonna play this game.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Just drink excessively, soda only, of course.
We're definitely gonna need to. But you know what else? That's what we're gonna do. But the people listening to this, you know what they should do? They should like, comment, and subscribe.
I thought as well. I agree with that totally. Also, there's a little bell icon. If you hit that like lets you know via your phone to like shoot you a message notification. That's what those are called. I'm really a 60-year-old man. But
Come on, Alex.
Back in my day, you would introduce your friends. You had to keep it to a pigeon.
That would seem Dogtail too. The Dizzle.
Back in the digital. All right, so that's the segment of the May Games review, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to the June releases, even though they seem kind of underwhelming, if you ask me. There's only a few games that I'm like, oh, I could get behind that. Yeah, so Joe has alluded to Shaq Fu. That comes out June. It's Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. It's a single-player martial arts game. Kind of looks like a platformer.
Dude, it's Shaq Fu!
It's PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And
you own a piece of technology. You need to buy Shaq Fu!
So, this game is basically Shaq saving the world from demonic martial arts gang using celebrities to take control of humans. I'm not kidding, guys. You need to go to their website and check out this game.
Shaq Fu!
The trailer had me in tears because it's so funny.
It's actually the voice of Shaq.
I can't
Score
decide
Shaq for this game
to be a serious game or not, because Oh God.
The
And
most
it's
It
memorable
almost hurts.
thing, the
Oh
most
my
memorable
God,
thing I remember from the trailer was when his sensei died, and I just can't remember his name. Was it like
Yee.
yeah? He's like yeah no.
The
And then
voice acting in that trailer is
so good.
just the worst,
when
and that's what makes it so good.
when the words popped up with like fire behind it and like the font popped up, it just made me think it was made on like Windows 99. It was
Yeah, dude.
cringe.
This game
It
was
was
built on Linux.
so cringy. But I kind of liked it.
Shaq
If anybody would like, you can go to alegendreborn.com and look
Yeah.
at screenshots of the game. And
I think IGN has gameplay footage. It's so
if you guys
beautiful.
reminisce about the paint that used to be on Windows, just look at these screenshots.
Dude, they had to
For
save
real.
money in the budget to score Shaq.
Well, it was $30. It's
You
a
know-
$30 game.
I feel like Shaq
Really?
just donated his time. He was like, I want to be in a video game.
It's like, hey, Shaq, you want to come down to the recording studio? We've written a story where you're a kung fu god and you just beat the crap out of everybody with your giant size 22 shoes. He's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Let me try to fit in my car.
Nothing but respect for my president.
Some other games that are coming out. Is it BlazBlue? BlazBlue
BlazBlue.
Tag Battle. Yeah, Switch, PS4, and PC. It's coming out June 5th.
Can
It's,
I interject just for a little one
Yeah.
second about BlazBlue? It's a lot of weeb stuff in that game, and I'm totally into it because one of the cross tag battle is referencing 4 different universes that the fighters are all coming from, and one of them is Persona, and I am hype.
Persona? No way.
Yeah, dude,
Is it
all
really?
Persona 4 characters, there
might-
are like, yeah, there's like 4 or 5 I think I saw from the screenshots that are involved in the game.
Interested now.
Mhm.
Kind of interested now. I like Persona 5.
Yeah, it's a 2D fighting game essentially, and I think it's gonna be good. I think
Yeah, the other
it's like
BlazBlue
you said,
games.
it's gonna have a lot of different characters from a lot of different universes, like Rooster Teeth.
Ruby?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ruby's on
Ruby,
there,
yes.
and then Persona 4, as Joe said. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably won't buy it right away because I'm not big on fighting game, but I'm excited.
But you said you were going to get Shaq Fu.
Oh yeah, no, I'm probably gonna
Shaq
wait
Fu
for
is not a
Shaq
game,
Fu
it's an art piece.
to be, it's gonna be my next Lithium gameplay. I feel like, like it's everyone's gonna be like, why did he spend money on this? Oh, it was on the 69-cent bin. That's why I bought it.
The game is art. How dare you?
Elder Scrolls Online, Summerset, that's coming out June 5th. Get to explore
Has
a new.
anybody played Elder Scrolls Online?
I have not. I've
uh,
been meaning to. I'm interested in it.
I think
I played
may
it
have
for
pl-
15 minutes.
I played it for 30 minutes and I was just kind of like, really? Elder Scrolls?
I couldn't get into a game.
I I love the Elder Scrolls. Like Oblivion was fun, Skyrim was amazing, but online I just couldn't really do it. It just didn't like, I don't know.
It's
But I
like,
know
if I
more
want to
of-
play this, I'll just play World of Warcraft.
Speaking of
I know-
Elder Scrolls, my condolences to the Elder Scrolls fandom because your part in the release lineup has been usurped.
Well, it's
I know,
alright. You can get Skyrim for the 7th time.
I was gonna say, Skyrim Battle Royale is probably coming out soon.
Oh my
But
Skyrim now with handstands.
Skyrim,
Still a $60 title.
yeah,
Todd Howard.
Remember when
you
it came out on
evil man.
PS3? Yeah, I remember that.
Skyrim VR, where you play as the NPC and you have to run and tear as soon as the Dovahkiin walks in and saves his game because you know what's about to happen.
Radar you off the cliff.
Radar, you think you can run? Ah! It's the next VR horror game. But yeah, Bethesda teased Fallout 76. We're not
Dude,
sure
I
if
saw
it's
that.
what's going on there. I'm excited to learn more. I follow them on
I
Twitter. I have an application out to them. I doubt they've even looked at it. So, that's no hard feelings. I'm still going to play their games because they're
Did
my
ever
favorite developer.
did everyone see
Uh,
the puppet dabbing on the stream?
no, I missed it.
So the Please Stand By trailer went up on their social media, and then everyone went to their Twitch page because they were streaming, and it was literally just a dancing. What's the Pit Boy? What's the blonde boy's name?
Oh, the
Oh,
Vault
the
Boy?
Vault
The Vault
Boy?
Boy,
Vault
yeah.
Tech boy.
It
Yeah.
was the Vault Tech boy as a hand puppet, just like dancing around in front of a screen that said "Please stand by," and he was dabbing.
I really love how they troll so well. Um, all right, so we're running out of time. I'm gonna push through here. Onrush coming out for the PS4, Xbox One on June 5th. It's an arcade style car combat game. It's got single player and multiplayer. We talked about Shaq Fu already. Another one that I'm
Yeah.
excited about, Vampyr for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC coming out June 5th. This is kind of an interesting game. You are a newly turned vampire by the name of Dr. Jonathan Reed, and you have to like make decisions in the game, like if you're going to use your powers or if you're going to avoid, if you're going to try to suppress them, and your decisions will impact the game. And I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's got a beautiful architecture to it. It's
it's
based in London, 1918. It's that Victorian.
it's I was just gonna say that because this setting makes me think of Bloodborne, which is I know we played that together, but
Yeah,
uh, I know I love Bloodborne and I love the feel of that, and so Vampire, I like vampires. Um, yeah, it just really seems to captivate that whole Gothic era, which kind of sold me on Bloodborne. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, looks interesting.
yeah. And I've watched like a couple of clips where he uses some of the vampire powers, and I can tell you right now, I am not going to be a good guy.
Oh yeah.
I want to use those powers.
Why
I am
would you
going to
subside your
murder
powers?
and pillage, and it's going to be just brutal. Like the
I
the
don't know
streets
why.
will be covered in blood, and I will lick it up because I'm a vampire.
I was about to say like
Remember,
they really need to convince me to not use my evil vampire powers.
Yeah, like if you do, you're gonna have to fight more vampire hunters. Well, that's fine. I will lick their
Darn,
blood as well.
more victims.
But yeah, that's June 5th. It's a single player action RPG. Um, got MotoGP 18 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC June 7th. It's a motocross game. It's got single player, multiplayer modes. It's a lot like the other motocross games that they've released, but it's got revamped graphics, physics, and soundtracks.
woohoo!
Yeah. I don't think really any of us are into those motocross games. I know there are people that are, and I'm excited for you. I will not be playing that game though. We've got
I remember I
Flashback
remember addicting
Remastered.
games in high school.
uh, I don't have a Switch, so I'm not excited about this game at all. But Flashback Remastered Edition, June 7th. It's based in the future. I honestly don't know much about this game because I don't follow the Switch all that well.
Dude, I
But there's
own a
kid
Switch and I don't
neighbors.
follow the Switch that well.
So yeah, that's coming out. Hold on here. What do we got? The year is 2142. After fleeing a spaceship, the eminent scientist Conrad B. Hart awakens, having lost his memory on Titan, a colonized satellite. Oh, wow, that's. I'm
Not
actually
the
kind
moon
of
of
digging
Saturn?
this. No, not the moon of Saturn.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it maybe should have been. I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a Switch title. It's probably gonna be good, but probably no one will play it. Next.
This is another Switch and 3DS game, and I'm gonna let
Yes.
Gatz talk about it because the first time I said it, he was like, "What? Sushi Striker, the way of
So
the Sushido."
so I don't have a Switch. I do want a Switch. I do have a 3DS. For you who know, Pokemon Moon. So
Let's go.
Sushi Striker, I just heard the name, and I am a sushi fan myself. I do like sushi, and I don't know if this is gonna be like Fruit Ninja, where you just like slice and dice, but
Yeah, but
sounds like
it's sushi.
sounds sounds like fun. Check it out. I might check it out because it sounds fun. Player
Nintendo
battles against
Masters of Fun.
opponents. Player battles against opponents with sushi in order to defeat them. In battle, both the player and opponent face each other with conveyor belts of sushi, resembling sushi trains, between them. I mean, it just sounds like a load of fun. A nice summer game to uh, chill out on.
I'm digging it.
Next up, we have Super Bomberman R. Lucas,
Yeah.
take it away.
What? Super
Has
Bomberman.
anyone?
I don't want.
I own this game. This is not a this is not a new game by any means. This was a launch title for the Switch, I believe. Has
Gotta be
anyone else
careful with
played it?
that B word.
Yeah, no, this is just it's like a re-release just on the newer systems.
Yeah.
On everything that
It's,
wasn't a Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Super Bomberman. So
It's literally just Bomberman, but they also have like a lot of other Capcom nods in there. Like there's skins you can put on your Bomberman. Like I'm not joking you. This is 100% a real story. I was playing with my brother, his girlfriend, and my girlfriend, and we were just 4-player Bomberman, and we unlocked a Pyramid Head skin, and we played Bomberman as Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
See, I would hate that.
Like, just take a minute and think about how messed up that is.
I'm so digging it. We are running out of time. There were a few other games I wanted to get to. So I'm gonna rush through some of these real quick. So we covered Super Bomberman. That comes out June 8th. Again, it's not new. It's just being re-released June 8th. Or June 12th. My apologies, June 12th. Jurassic World Evolution coming out the same day for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It's a business simulation game. So
I'm
like
actually pretty
your Zoo
excited for that.
Tycoon and it's actually based on the Genesis, which was released in 2003. So there's that coming out June 12th. I'm excited about that. Lego Incredibles. It's Lego Incredibles. You play as the Incredibles and their Legos. That's really all that there is. It's June 15th. It's coming out PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. Mario Tennis.
Let's go.
Mario Tennis on the Ace or on the Switch.
Hot Waluigi, let's go.
I can't wait to see Waluigi in short shorts. I'm
He's
coming over for
so
that.
hot. His hair is so good. Next game.
That's June 22nd. New Gundam Breaker. That's kind of an interesting game. I'm gonna send a link to Nate for when he puts this video up. That way you guys can check it out. There's a lot going on, and we don't have time to talk about it. That's June 22nd for the PS4 and the PC. Far Cry 3 Classic Edition, another game that has already been released, but it's being upgraded to the PS4 and the Xbox One. Island Paradise, run by a madman. You try to take it over. Luminous, I don't know, remastered. It's a PC, PS4, Switch, and the Xbox One, June 26th. It looks like Tetris, but with a lot more sounds and color. Excuse me. The YS8, Lacrimosa of Dana, Switch, coming out June 26th. It is an action role-playing game from a third-person perspective. It's an open island world allowing exploration anywhere. Kind of sounds like a Minecraft game.
It's a Switch title.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is coming to the Switch,
God.
Xbox One, and PC June 26th. Gatz, take it away.
So don't get this game. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't. Listen. Crash Bandicoot. So if you don't know, the Insane Trilogy was remastered from the original version, which was released on like the PS1. like back in like the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. I don't know.
PS1 and PS2, I think.
PS, yeah, that's probably correct. Um, so I played the trilogy. I didn't go through the whole game. There was this one level on the first one that's like involving a sky bridge, and it took me
Turtles.
about a freaking week to complete. I wanted to pull my hair out of my head.
That one was
Um,
rough.
anyways, it it's a very it's very what's the name? It's like Mario.
Difficult
Uh, Not difficult. It's like
Platformer.
platform.
it's a platformer. It's a platformer. Yeah. It's just a very frustrating game, but it looks beautiful. And if you're into those games, good for you. I was into it until that one level. I did play the second one and the third one. Those were still pretty enjoyable. But yeah, it's kind of cool that's being made for the Switch. So yeah, check it out.
All right. The Crew 2 coming out June, or I guess we should probably talk about when that's coming out. That's June 26th for all you Crash Bandicoot fans. The Crew 2 is coming
Woo,
out June
woo.
29th.
No.
PC, PS4, Xbox One. It's like the Crew 1, um, just a little bit revamped. And then Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, coming to the Switch June 29th. Again, not a
Oh
new
yeah.
game, just getting to put onto a different platform. You murder Nazis.
The Switch audience
So
known for their desire for murder.
the final segment, we're gonna have to make this real quick because we promised it. We try to keep it under 40 minutes, and we're at 38 right now. Five
Let's
guys
go.
videos. So let's take 30 seconds each. Talk about your favorite Five Guys video. Let's start with Lucas. Go, my dude.
Well, it's gonna be this one because I'm in it.
All right, that was short. I like it. You clearly don't understand what 30 seconds means, but I like it. Just kidding, my dude. That's what Joe told me yesterday.
I got it done in 30 seconds.
I did shred you for that yesterday, and I apologize.
It was good. It's all good. I gave me fuel for today. Joe, what's your favorite Five Guys video?
Dude, I've got so many of them, but I have to say my favorite one from this month would probably be the first video ever posted to the channel, our Overwatch Retribution gameplay. It's all over the place. It's nutty. It's crazy. There's some good bits in there. I will say though, before my 30 seconds is up, my favorite video would have been Super Challenger Mode 2, but that footage just lost to the ether somewhere.
Is that
It's
the
in the, it's in the subpar clips where all
the
the
subpar
got
clips.
beef.
You got we're 99.9 lean beef.
Don't you bring that up again. Next.
Next, Gatz, what's your favorite video?
So my favorite Five Guys video was the Battle Mercy. I believe that was the name of the video. The Battle Mercy video, just because it was just a lot of fun. And it's definitely not the Dead by Daylight video because I died in the first 2 minutes. Anyways, Alex, what is your favorite video?
My favorite video from the Five Guys channel is probably Super Challenger Mode Dead by Daylight because
Who saw
I
this
felt
coming?
so good, so good. I'm not sure if anyone saw the tweet that went out. Basically, it was me with a picture of my TV as the killer. Like, I'm so excited to murder my friends, and I was so excited to murder my friends. I still had beef with Gatz because of something, I forget what, but it's all under water under the bridge because I killed him in the first 2 minutes, and then I just sat and tortured Cody and Joe for the longest time. So
You sick turd.
I am a
I would
sick
just
turd.
I would like to point out that my footage consisted of 2 minutes of actual gameplay, and then the rest was just their recording.
Man, we use
All
your
right.
30 seconds.
So
Let's take one extra second here and say, if you guys who are watching this have any suggestions on videos we might do in the future, leave it in the comment section. And while you're down there, leave us a like and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell.
Sound off.
yeah, do that, or I'll Dead by Daylight you. I feel like throwing threats around isn't the good way to end a video. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed.
Check out our first hot dish if you hadn't.
Yeah, like the first time.
Sorry we went long, Nate.
Bye.
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 Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, remember to rate the video, comment the video, subscribe to the video, subscribe to us, hit that little bell. I don't know. Do whatever your heart pleases.